want to say that he has been on a few of my shows this past year, and when I first met him, he had a very pleasant smile. He was really sweet. He seemed like he had a great demeanor and a good, view about life, which most comedians don't. So I didn't think he was funny. Until I saw his set. And I was like, oh, you have trauma behind those eyes. Somewhere in there. So, but I'm really excited about having him on this show. He is an absolutely wonderful guy, and I want you guys to give a round of applause for the last comedian of our competition, Aureo!
Thank you, Sid. Thank you, all of you. I'm gonna use the stand because I shake a lot and I need to get some help. Also, I'm Italian, and then I need to keep my hands in my pockets, otherwise they speak for me. And so I'll do my comedy show with my hands in my pocket, and hopefully you're gonna laugh. But I think Sid was right when she said that I'm not funny. No? Yeah, nobody's laughing. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm Aureo, and I want to start by saying, see if you agree with me, I do believe that sex is one of the best things in life. Ooh. Do you agree? Oh, okay, there is some. It is one of the best things in life. If you had it, obviously. If you never had it, you should try. And I think that we all know that being one of the best things, you still need to be careful with it because it does come with some nasty side effects. Children. Thank you. You probably thought STDs, but children are worse than an STD. You can get rid of an STD. You cannot get rid of children. Have you ever? No, I tried. It's not for lack of trying. I still, my STD is called Simon, Tessa, and Dylan, and my wife gave it to me, of all people, and I cannot get rid of it. Once you have kids, they are with you for life. Now, you can even try to take them back at the hospital. The hospital doesn't do returns. You really have to keep them with you. It's when we first moved to the Netherlands, my wife and I, we were going to the Albertine, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to have a small TV at the entrance where people would just leave their kids there watching TV while they were doing the shopping. And my wife and I were going, oh, these people are crazy. What if somebody takes them? Nobody takes them. When you go back, all the kids are still there watching TV. Nobody wants them. Because if you want them, you have them and don't want them anymore. And if you don't want them, you don't have them. But I'm making it too bad. I mean, it's not as bad as I make it sound. It is true what people say, that the day they are born is the best day of your life. It's true, it was true, it was a beautiful day. But take me, I have 3. That's 3 days out of 17,986 days. I don't know if you can do the math, but it's not such a great deal. You really need to want them to have them. It's also true that it starts off great. They are born and you are really in love with them. I think it's just genetics, because if we hated them when they're born, we wouldn't be here today, there wouldn't be any society at all. So I think genetically we got good at wanting and having baby and loving them while they're young. And some people, who has kids here? Woo! Only 2. So you all don't know what I'm talking about. You're all using condoms. I told you they were an STD. Didn't I? Yeah, but then still, I think that with kids, they start off good and they deteriorate over time. It's really is, people complain about the terrible 2, but I think the horrible 15 are way worse. I have 3 teenagers at the moment. They are 17, 15, and 13. Yeah. You've been a teenager. So you know how it is having teenager. No, you know how it is being a teenager, but you have no idea what your parents thought of you. You probably thought they loved you, but in reality they were loving the fact that every day that went by, it was a day closer of you moving out of the house. It was really, that was what made them wait for it. You actually left, most of you left the country, so they are really happy at the moment, I guess, because you're not far away. Huh? For me, thanks. For me, it was the other way around. My parents were so bad that I left the country because of them, but that's another story for another night. So, because you don't have kids, you don't know what I'm talking about, but then to change subject, the other day, to forget about the kids, I took LSD. Yeah, it was great. It made my day, and it was much better. It made me feel much better. Now, only 2 people have kids. Let's see, with drugs, how many of you have tried drugs before? Whoa! Not everybody is telling the truth, I guess. Yeah? It seems like drugs are more popular than kids nowadays. Yeah? Yeah, I think with drugs, the one thing is a mistake today is, well, not today, but when I was younger, they kept telling you, don't do drugs, don't do drugs, don't do drugs. If you're from the States, the just say no policy was the Reagans, wasn't it? Yeah, so everybody was pushing young people to not do drugs. And I kind of agree with that, because you need them more later in life. When you get to my age, I mean, Socrates is 59, I'm 49. Next year is going to be tough, and I do need all the drugs I can get to get by, especially with the 3 kids at home. But then I do think that when you are teaching drugs, people will do them more responsibly. And also, I believe in the fact that you should be free to do all the drugs you want, because it's really not your problem. It might be a problem for the people around you, but that should not be your concern. I'm gonna leave you tonight with the final message by saying that the day that I will become president of the world, I make sure that everybody who has kids can have free drugs. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
Did he just end on free drugs, no kids? I think so, yeah. I like that. That's probably the best motto I've ever heard in my life. Right.